Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is going to be my actual review of the Oscars, the fashions of it all, the performances of it all, the foolishness of it all, and a chance for you guys to get y'all thoughts out because everyone was talking about this last night when it happened, but y'all not try to do things the following day. And so this is what this is for. I don't think this is going to be a long live because, again, I don't even think the Oscars were that interesting until the snap heard around the world and stuff. So we're gonna get into that and let's go. Y'all know first things first to make sure that you are subscribed to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dot and whatnot. Okay, y'all know to like the video. If you are here, go ahead and like it because that's the thing to do. Why be here, okay, and not like what you're watching? That don't make no sense to me, okay? But you can also comment in the comment section because as y'all know, this is a conversation between you, me, and y'all. And being here and not talking doesn't make any sense and whatnot. So please make sure to do that. Y'all can also share the video. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner, everywhere, here, there, and whatnot. Yes, I am actually here and whatever. Look, oh crap. Everybody, I don't think anyone was actually watching the Oscars, even though Will was nominated, even though Beyonce was nominated, even though Beyonce was performing. I was like, I don't think that many people was like, okay, let's watch. But y'all know I like to discuss the fashion of it all and a couple of the awards or whatever. So last night, when my sister called me and said, "Girl, did you see that Will Smith smacks Chris Rock?" I was like, "What are you talking about? What movie are you speaking of? Because you must be confused." And then of course it blew up all over social media. And yeah, but but I don't want to get into that first because so many folks is focusing on just that. And the award show was a bit more than that. And I want to give folks time to come to the room to give their thoughts and whatever about it happening. And we can't do that because it's too early. Hold on, y'all send a little link to somebody. And I was thinking about letting y'all come on to also get y'all. Oh crap! Can y'all hear me? I'm like, was I just on mute or was I tripping? Oh, I'm so dumb. I did not even add in my Yeti mic, honey. I'm on the wrong microphone. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So hopefully I'm on the better microphone now. Y'all can hear me better now. Cause I'm like my thing is blinking like I'm on mute because I had not plugged in. Damn it. I had not plugged in the microphone. Um 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 Okay, that's in the text. But boom, I'm here. I watched all 4.5 hours. Look, I had it on my DVR recorded. I was about to record my review for Put a Ring on it when I was a call or whatever. I had to go rewind the damn thing and look it up to see what was going on. So yeah. We don't talk about Bruno, and I knew about the nomination. You know, it's a lot going on. It's not a lot going on. Normally I would have missed it. I always set up my DVR record all award shows because you never know what's gonna happen. And when they live, if there is a replay of it, the replay usually does not have whatever issue went on. So I'm happy, that was that. But let's get into the first little things or whatever. Because it's the fashions of it all, the foolishness of it all, and the performance. Now it was they only had people performing who were doing the song that was nominated for a movie, and Beyonce was performed. So do I not have an orange Beyonce? Why don't I see Beyonce? Beyonce. See, I hate when I add stuff on here and it don't be here and I be confused. Like I know for a fact. Yeah, I'm like, I know for a fact I had it in here. I'm not crazy. Okay, but my thing, or maybe hit delete by accident, I ain't know. So, boom, Beyonce performing her song from the King Richard movie. Let me be honest and tell y'all, I ain't never heard the song more than maybe once or twice in my life. So I was like, oh, okay. She performed in Compton at the the tennis courts where Venus and Serena practiced when they were growing up. And don't watch me and drive. But again, she was performing on the tennis course where Venus and Serena practice as kids. So it was really cool. Now that news had broke earlier in the week that that's what she was gonna do. I like how she had them all in the color of tennis balls because it's about a tennis movie with tennis stars and a tennis family. So it's real cute. We do know that she had Blue Ivy out there too. Who I came around towards the end of the show. It was a cool performance. It was visually amazing. I also feel like because I don't know the song, it may be why it wasn't my favorite performance. But again, Beyonce has not performed, live on, any award show. They say like 5 or 6 years. So it's been a long, 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 long time. So again, it's a great thing that, we was able to see Queen Bee, on our internet, on our TV because we miss Beyonce. I also feel like she's working on an album, and we just wait for that to come out because Beyonce be popping out with albums around tax season, and it's still tax season, so we're gonna see. But again, for me, it was I don't want to make it seem as if I did not enjoy her performance. I just didn't know the song. So for me, it's like if I don't know someone's song, I can't really get into the performance, even though it was amazingly because it's Beyonce. Let's not act like it's not Beyonce. But again, that's what it was. Now we had the host of the night, which was Regina Hall, Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes. Okay, we see how they started the awards, how they ended it, or whatever. It started in all dressed up and ended in their pajamas because it's a long show. The show is roughly 4 hours, give or take. And if you're not able to fast forward through commercials, that's like 18 hours, 13 minutes. We don't like that. So again, I had to watch it last night on fast forward because for the most part, it wasn't much in the middle. Okay. Now Wanda, Regina, and Amy did all kind of little skits in between that was funny here, funny there, somewhere, things may not have been that funny, but they did an amazing job to me during the show. And the fact that they had 3 women, they made a joke about how they had to put 3 women in here because it's cheaper than hiring one man, which is true because you do not get paid that much for hosting the Oscars. So I mean, they got paid what they did. I feel like Regina Hall, so the whole thing with doing too much, not doing enough. Regina Hall did some jokes, okay? And she was joking like, okay, it's COVID times or whatever. Everyone here had to get COVID tested. For some folks, COVID tests, you have to be retested. I'm going to call your name randomly or whatever. She then called names of single men because she's single. So she called up, I think like Bradley Cooper, Jason Momoa, and 2 other folk whose name I can't remember. She then was saying how, well, Will, your name was on it too, even though you're married, but we think that Jada, gave permission to come on up here. And Will and Jada laughed. So again, that was the beginning of cracking jokes on Will and Jada or whatever about they married and they in their life or whatever. So I was like, ooh, but we did see them laugh, so it was what it was, okay? But she also, then felt, I'm like, why is she filling folks up? She felt up Josh Brolin and then Jason Momoa. And I'm looking like, is this sexual harassment? I don't look. I always feel weirded out when we see us as women, fill up men or whatever, and how we would feel if a man filled a woman. So I don't be knowing if that's funny or not. If it's going to did they know she was gonna do this? You know what I'm saying? Did they just go with it or whatever? I'm not sure. But again, I mean, it was something they tried. But again, Regina Hall cracking a joke saying that, Will, you're married, okay, but your wife is going to allow you to come back here and basically fuck around with me. And I was like, I don't know if that's funny. But Will and Jada laughed and said, no. You know what I'm saying? We not into that leave be or whatever. We have to be careful joking around with folks and they married or whatever. Now, we did, so they brought out a few of the old people who was in movies or whatever. We seen Wesley Snipes, Rosie Perez, and Woody Allen, who were in White Man Can't Jump. I think it was 30 years ago. They then brought out I'm forgetting these people's names. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and I can't remember the man's name in the middle, but they were all in Godfather over 50 years ago, I think it was. And then Liza Minnelli came out with Lady Gaga. Liza Minnelli was in what was it? Cabaret. Was in Cabaret all those years ago. We also seen they had brought out what's that man name? Not Sean Connery. Sean Connery alive? Was Sean Connery dead? Anthony Hopkins. He was up there too. I just did not get his picture. But I'm like, I guess they're trying to honor some of the old folk who've been around doing things, doing this and doing that. I'm like, I guess so. I think White Man Came Down was a cool movie, but I'm like, is it a classic? We're gonna get to what his nice outfit later on because it was just weird. But we're gonna leave that be too. Now, Meg Thee Stallion came out. Meg came out because she had a rap verse on a song. We don't talk about Bruno, no, or whatever. So she was on there. And it was a surprise to us. I was like, I didn't know. She looked amazing though. Okay, her performance outfit was really, really cute. She was really, really spicy. And again, it was a surprise to everyone that she was there. Well, let's see. I was working to miss the show, so I thank you, Jaylee. Oh, thank you very much. He need help because something is missing wrong with that. I don't know what that's about. The bigger difference between what we're gonna say to Will was that it was about Will, who was nominee. Jada was simply existing. Point taken. But I do think Mill, girl, what? Who was Mill? Meg looked great. I think she did great. You know what I'm saying? Because rappers don't really be at the Oscars that often, popping up doing things and being on these award shows or whatever. So I'm happy she did that. Cool. Now let's get into what we came here to get into, and that is the debacle, okay, between the Will of the Smith and Jada of the Pinkett Smith and Chris of the Rock, okay? And I put Lupita in because Lupita was sitting there and she was a first-hand witness to what was going on and her reactions. I feel like will forever be a meme because it was like, what is going on here? So this is the thing. Now, a lot of folks feel a lot of different ways about what was said, what happened because of what was said, the aftermath of what was said, and where we go from here. Okay, now let me first state very clearly, okay, I, as a human being, do not condone nor, want to make anyone feel like that I am in support of anyone physically assaulting anyone simply because they're upset. Okay? I always say every action has a reaction and your reaction has consequences. Come push a shove, come hook a crook, come A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. Everyone has to be held accountable for what they do, what they say, and all of that. So again, I don't want anyone in my comment section. You're glorifying violence. You're supporting someone being violent. You're in support. Miss me with the bullshit of that. Okay? And I'm a person who can look at things from all different aspects and speak on it from all different ways because it's a conversation. Okay? It's a conversation. And that's just what it is. Hold on. This is the issue I have with what happened. We don't know how friendly Will is with Chris Rock. Okay? We know they are aware of each other. We know they are probably at least, associates or whatever. We don't know if they are friends per se. Okay? Now, when they brought up how in 2016 Chris Rock was cracking jokes about Jada and the Oscars and Jada not being invited or whatever, because that's the year they boycotted because of Will not being nominated for whatever movie. Fine. The issue I have is that people are trying to pick sides versus everyone admitting and saying what Will did was not right. No one should go up and slap anybody at any given time because it's not the right thing to do. It just isn't. Okay, Will walking up and slapping Chris Rock based off of a joke that he cracked on Jada about Jada's bald head, referring to her as the next G.I. Jane. Did that warrant a slap? No, it did not. But did a slap happen? Yes, it did. Sometimes slaps happen. It doesn't make it right, but sometimes it happens. So Will, who walked up to stage and, kindly smacked Chris Rock and walked back to his seat and said, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth," is what happened. We all saw it. We've all seen the replay of it. We've all seen Chris Rock be shocked. Now, at first, some of us felt like, oh, is it fake? Is it stage? What's going on? And the fact that the live telecast, like, kind of cut away, that they cut out, they bleeped the words or whatever, I'm like, no, it's real, and they're reacting to it. Because if it was a skit, Will wouldn't have cussed, or they would have timed it to only bleep out what he said. So that's how I knew, it was not fake. Now, again, let me reiterate, no one should be out here slapping folks. No one has the right to put their hands on anyone, okay? No one at all. However, we still had to discuss what happened and why, okay? So, Jada has alopecia. Jada was very vocal over the past, I think, year or two about how she was losing her hair. And because when she was going through the issue of losing her hair, she kept cutting her hair shorter and shorter and shorter to avoid the bald spots that were coming in her hair, until she finally decided to just shave her head, and how she had to how hard of a situation it was to have to give up her hair. And, so she talked about that. So people were first saying, well, maybe Chris Rock did not know that Jada had alopecia. Maybe Chris Rock was unaware of that. So that's why the joke, which is a joke. And I always say, joke is only funny to those it does not offend. When a joke offends you, it hits different. And when someone is offended, you can't have any control over how they react to the offense. But again, smacking someone and getting physical is not acceptable. But things happen. You can't control how people react to things that happen. People were saying as well, when Chris first cracked the joke, you seen Will laugh. He did. However, at the same time, you see Jada did not laugh at all. She looked aggravated or whatever, rolled her eyes, was like, whatever. If you did not know, if you did not read Will's book, Will put in his book how he laughs when he's nervous and uncomfortable, even upset or whatever, how that's a coping mechanism for him to cover up what he's really feeling. So I think people forget. People at times can have a nervous laugh because you do not know how to react to what was being said, and that's something too. However, once someone see, okay, because even when Laverne Cox cracked the whole, entanglement joke, both Will and they laugh, but I'm like, they didn't find it funny, but again, laugh off, walk away. And I also feel like Will snapped. It's as simple as that. Everyone is human and have moments. Will Smith has never had this kind of moment. He's never been this kind of person. And I feel like everyone gets a one-off. Everyone has a bad day. It's not as if Will Smith has this reputation for being an asshole and do whatever. So I'm like, clearly something else was going on to where he made this reaction. And I think it was a lot of stuff. I think it was things like his wife being offended. I think it was things like, okay, he's also offended. So this is the thing. I'm gonna pause real quick. So me and him, I know him, was having this discussion fiercely last night, I think last night and this morning. So he driving. I think he's driving. Let me get my earphone. Can you hear me?
A little bit. It's a little choppy. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I gotta put my earphones in so let me know echo. Hold on.
It might be my end though, so I can listen real hard.
No, I have to put them on so they can hear you on my end.
Oh, cool.
So me and him were fussing, like really back and forth in it last night because I'm gonna let you. I hate when things don't connect. He felt differently than I did last night about what happened, and I still feel like people do things and they react to things in different ways, and we can't control that. And he feel like Will Smith was a whole ass nigga, and he don't like it. But give your aspect of what you thought and what we were going back and forth on um yesterday.
My initial thought that Will was a whole ass nigga. That was my first response when you told me that. But everybody got their opinion about it. I got my opinion about it. You got your opinion. I think we got a difference of opinion. So I think we just here to talk about it and just respect everybody got a different opinion of this situation.
But how is he a punk ass? You said that you lost respect for him and that he was a punk ass because of the hit. But I'm like,
This is my thing about it though. And I love stand-up comedians. I love comedians in general. So it's all comedy to me. And it was a comedic joke. I mean, it's no different joke than if you or I go to a comedy show and we sit in front row, we fair game. Now, anything else as far as a medical condition is concerned, I can't say if Chris Rock knew about the alopecia or not. That's not what I'm here to judge on, but I'm assuming that he did not. And I think that's where we difference, right? Well, not that's where we different, but that's where I draw the line. That I don't think Chris Rock actually knew that Jada had a hair condition, and if he did know, I don't think he would have took that shot. But that's my opinion right there. But I dive deep in a little bit more.
but you not knowing because you don't watch or be in stuff like that. I feel like Jada was very vocal about her hair issue. I feel
Right.
like Chris should be, and I say even if Chris wasn't fully aware, his people were, because I'm like, those jokes are like pre-written for one. Even if, as you said earlier, that he's a he does like improv stuff too. But I'm like, no, that G.I. Jane
Yeah.
joke to me was a written joke.
I don't know. I can't hardly hear you, but I will jump in. And can you hear me all right? I'll just talk.
Is your
But
earpods? Is your earpods in?
yeah, I'm good. But
Okay.
it just takes away from a comedian being a comedian. I mean, we know Will and Jada been buzzing jokes for maybe a couple years or whatnot. So granted, they was just a butt of a joke. I mean, I don't have a problem with a joke. And when I call Will a whole ass nigga, it was just like this. Chris dropped the joke. Will
Mhm.
got up. He walked to the stage, stood there for a second, and popped him and walked away. What Will should have did was like, nigga, if you say something else, I'm gonna whoop your ass from the seat right there. Then if Chris Rock said something, then you got a fair fight. But for me,
But
just to
do you
walk
think
up,
it wasn't
Chris didn't
fair?
know. No, it wasn't.
Chris
Chris
saw
didn't know that was about to happen. He
ripping
didn't.
up.
Oh, Chris didn't know that was about to happen.
He
You
may
think
not have
Chris
known
Rock
he was
knew
gonna
he
get
was about to get the
smacked.
shit smacked out? You think
I
Chris
feel
Rock knew he was about to get the shit smacked out of him?
I think if someone is walking up to you after cracking a joke, I think you should think something may happen. Again, I don't think it was like a sucker punch. I don't think that. I think Will said in his mind, "I'm pissed. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna smack somebody." So I do think Will fully made a choice in what he did. And again, I'm not saying that putting
Absolutely.
hands on folks is right, but I also feel like at the end of the day, a joke is a joke. It's not funny. And so to Jada, it wasn't funny.
I
I
get
think
that.
Will saw that Jada was upset, and he just went and he snapped. So I felt like he snapped. I don't think it was like a whole um Chris
I'm
Rock
coming.
should have
I'm
been
coming here to
prepared.
whoop some ass. It was
Yeah,
just.
I don't.
I get that. I
Coming to
get
whip
that.
ass.
But this how I look at it though. Like when Will walked up to Chris was
Hmm.
smiling for a minute. I thought maybe when you first initially sent me the clip, I'm thinking like they about to hug or whatnot and make the shit funny and be done with it. Chris did not know he was about to get the shit smacked out of him.
Oh, absolutely.
And I felt like that shit wasn't fair. If you walk up to me on the street, I'm on well, coming from where I come from, I'm gonna assume you about to lay hands, so I'm gonna be ready. Chris didn't think Will was about to do that. Like it was a joke. And I get it. I'm sensitive to anybody have any type of conditions, whatnot. So I'm not sitting saying this, that, and the third, but it was a comedian telling a joke. Period.
But at what point?
I think Will should have pulled him to the side, like after the thing, like, bro, look. Or like I said, since you're talking to Tyler Perry and Denzel, be like, hey, let's go in the back room and talk about this on a commercial break real quick. But none of that happened. But Chris Rock is villainized as the villain because he told a joke. Will Smith is villainized for laying hands, and they villainizing Jada for something that happened a few years ago. So everybody's a victim
But first of all, the first thing you said was, "Well, he didn't do that to August." I'm like, but what does August Alsina have to do with what Will did to Chris Rock? I
Not
think it's two different
at
things.
at this present moment, not a damn thing. I mean, that happened.
Dang, said last night.
No, this morning, actually, this morning. What I
Okay.
said this morning, since you wanted to bring that up, what I said was, Will said, keep my wife's name out your mouth. What I said to you is he should have told August, keep my wife out your mouth. That's what I said. But, that's not fair. That happened a couple years ago. That's not relevant to it's probably more of what Will has heard about, what Will should have did a couple years ago. But Will
Why
got
would
to
he
handle that
slap
shit on his
August?
own.
But why would he? But why would he? So that's people was bringing up. What if what about August? What if it was a white comedian? What if it was a female comedian? And I'm like, but none of that mattered. For one, with August Alsina, Jada and Will were separated, and that was a willing participant. Thing. So ain't no point in him smacking August the same way Jada didn't smack whoever Will was fucking. In this instance, I think it was a thing of, I'm tired of y'all coming at me and my wife, and I see my wife was pissed, and I had a reaction. I think everyone's saying, well, what he should have was, it's all after the fact. I think Will probably now know, and he probably feels too, I should have just stopped and didn't smack him and just, you know what I'm saying, cussed him out or said whatever from the crowd. I think everyone is saying what he should have done after the fact, as if he probably don't feel that way too.
Right.
And I know when he gave the award acceptance speech, he apologized to the Academy and the other nominees, not to Chris Rock. I think he
So
meant to be
that was
mad.
my question. That was about to be my question to you. Why do you think he didn't apologize to Chris Rock? Did he feel like he was right or justified, or he just gonna be like, I'll holler at him later? Like, what you think about that?
I think that was a private conversation between him and Chris. I think he just
Exactly.
didn't. I don't think because I think he felt like I should not have done what I've done. It's an embarrassing moment, but I did it. But when he brought up how, I'm saying, you have to protect, your family, whatever, I think that's true. And I said to you, I'm like, if somebody was we both trained to go, because we had a discussion before about if somebody do something to somebody, you're going to shoot first, ask questions later. And a lot of folks feel that way. And I think I kept on saying, like, I think Will Smith deserves a little bit of grace. And that does not mean what he did was right. It means he does not have the reputation of being this kind of way. So let's not react as if, oh my God, Will Smith is a horrible person. Like, he's always on board. He not. Will Smith don't do nothing.
You know
He
what?
be chilling.
He's not. I'm downgrading him from a whole ass nigga to bitch right now. By the end of this
Why
conversation, by the end of this
conversation,
conversation, he'll be Will Smith. But I'm downgrading him right now. So right now he's a bitch for that move. For the simple fact, Chris Rock didn't see that coming. Now, it wasn't like Chris Rock had his back.
No one sees stuff coming.
But but that's what I'm saying. Chris Rock was smiling when he walked up there. So if I see Will Smith about to approach me, I'm about to smile too. But now if he hit me, damn, I wish Chris Rock would have knocked the shit out of him. That's what I really wish.
Fight back?
Yeah, he should have fought back, because just like, now
that
you got to walk
worse.
home. But at the same time, not again. We talking about where we come from. They're at the Oscars. I'm talking about in the streets of where you from and where I'm from. If that happened, I gotta react. But at the same time, this is a public setting, the Super Bowl of the entertainment world or whatnot. So I guess people are expected to be on their best behavior. Nobody expected that from Will, not even Chris Rock, but it happened. But I think Chris Rock, not to defend anybody, I think he took the high road. I think if they was like at the BET Awards or even in the street, even at dinner, Chris Rock would have laid them hands on him. But Chris Rock, like, look, I got a bag. I'm trying to protect and get too. So Chris Rock thought, like, if I swing back, it's gonna look bad on me at the end of the day. So he said, let me just back up, let the shit die down a little bit, and then go from there. But I think everybody was wrong. So I won't call Will a bitch at this moment. I downgrade him to
you kept calling him a
bitch. to Jada's husband at this moment. But I mean, I get defending your wife. Let me put that on the table too. As a man, you do have a responsibility to protect your wife. I get that. But at the same time, Will got some stuff he needs to get out. And I think writing the book and the YouTube series, I think those are good outlets for him to get that stuff out. But I still think it's some more he has to get out. So some things you might just have to let not roll off your chest, because, again, that was a pull to the side conversation. Chris, man, I think that was fucked up what you said. Then if Chris would have reacted, then cool. But I didn't like the way it made Chris look. I didn't like the way it made Will look, because we supposed to be talking about how this black man won the Oscar Award for Outstanding Actor. Ain't nobody saying nothing about that. So
But
I'm
I
disappointed in
did.
Will. You did. I'm disappointed in Will for that aspect, because that's a damn good moment. And with that moment, is going to be tied to this for the rest of his life, and I just hate it for him. So I'm more disappointed than I am pissed off. So I give Will his respect.
Cause you was on one last night, and
Last
even
night,
this
because it was in the moment. It was in the moment. Like, damn, that really happened.
so
Like,
right.
damn, you
So
really let that happen?
so in the moment, you were aggravated.
Yes.
But after you thought about it, okay, maybe they, you know what I'm saying? That's my thing. People react to things in the moment, and it's as after the fact that you guys, maybe I should not be that pissed. Maybe I should have done that. I think people not giving that to Will, and it doesn't, because also they showed the video of Will being, talked to by Denzel Washington and Todd and all of them, and people like, why ain't nobody talking to Chris? I'm like, Chris was probably somewhere with security, trying to figure out what did you want to do for one, and also they had went on, I think, commercial and had to do whatever award that was being given out. But I also care about Chris Rock. I don't think what happened was fair to him, but I also feel like he cracked a joke that someone didn't find funny, and he ended up being smacked. I don't know what that is. He ended up getting smacked about it, and sometimes that's what happens, and it's not fair, it's not right. But my thing is, I didn't get how people were so confused about a man wanting to defend his wife, because watching it, if you see Jada's face, you see she wasn't happy about it, and his response and saying "keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth" to me triggered. Okay,
he should have said that first. He should have said that. That should have been first. That, hey, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. He should have said that first. If Chris Rock would have kept going, it'd be a different conversation. That's how I would handle it. Like, everybody handles stuff different, but
you would
I'm
smack
sensible.
someone.
I'm sensible. Like, it's gonna take me a couple pushes for me to actually smack somebody. So if that was me and he would have said it, I'd have been, look, man, just keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. If Chris would have said anything at that point, then I would have stood up in my chair. Chris still talking shit, then it's on. Will had a lot of opportunities to do that. And like I said, I'm just more disappointed in him because he fucked up that moment.
True.
That's it.
And that I agree with. That I agree with. But I also feel like Will isn't a horrible person.
Nah, but he's not a horrible person. He fucked up. So, and I give you that for the simple fact is, I think he's a musical genius. I think he's an acting genius. And I like the show, the Fresh Prince. Thanks for putting me onto that, the new one on Peacock. And then, he's a downright good person. I was the person defending him when the entanglement stuff happened. People may not remember that, but I was defending him.
No.
I was defending him.
You were cracking jokes,
but I was
for fucking out August Alsina.
I was defending him at the same time. So,
and but he was defending his wife.
And I get that. So for that part, I'm not mad. I just think he should have took a couple extra steps before he went there. I don't think he should have went to 3. He should have did 1, 2, 3. But we all fuck up. We ain't perfect. That's why they got churches and stuff like that, because we need to go to church every Sunday. He might need to go today, but he might need
to go every day.
You might need to go every day. I mean, that's what churches and counseling and good people around you for. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think Jada knew he was about to go smack the shit out of him? Do you think she would have stopped him if she knew this was about to happen?
Yeah, I think Jada knew some shit about to go down. I just don't know what. I don't think Jada was, because there was never any footage of Jada after she frowned or whatever. Like, they didn't even show Jada while Will was saying keep her name out your mouth. I do feel like, was she even sitting there? Did she get up and walk away? Because we don't see Jada. We don't see Jada again until the little video of them doing the commercial. So I feel like she know her husband. I feel like they've had, and I also feel like Will has probably had conversations with Jada about how she felt about losing her hair. Because again, people forget, it's not the joke wasn't when Chris Rock said it was a G.I. Jane joke. I'm like, no, it was a bald joke. And she's bald based on having alopecia, which is a medical condition. So for me, I'm like, she's probably already told him how she feel. He probably seen her cry it out and all these things. So that's why I feel like she probably knew, oh shit, Philly
But
Will is
see,
gonna come out.
I look at it like this though. G.I. Jane, the character G.I. Jane, she's a bad motherfucker. Like she just
True.
happen to have no hair, but she's a bad motherfucker
No,
who would kick your
in the movie
motherfucker
she
who would kick
shaved
your
her
ass.
head. She
That's
shaved her
cool
head
though.
purposely.
Right. But she shaved her head. Like, cool. This is a character for a movie. He didn't say he was speaking of the character. I don't think he was personally speaking about Jada. He was speaking of the character. I can't wait to see G.I. Jane too. Now when I go back to G.I. Jane, that's a bad motherfucker. Just like some any type of woman like fictional character that's badass. That's Jada Pinkett. It could have been a compliment, but you know, when shit bubble up, we don't know. We just don't know. So everybody just playing Monday morning quarterback, saying what should have happened. This is what I thought. Everybody got their opinion. I don't think everybody's right though. But I'd look at it like it could have been a compliment. But I don't think it was malicious. That's my bottom line.
It wasn't malicious, but it was still, the joke may not have been malicious, but it doesn't mean that it did not offend Jada, and it doesn't mean and something else. I think people like to say, well, comedians are just cracking jokes. That's they do. That's their job, and it's like, well,
Right.
that's very very true. However, you can't control if your joke offends me, and if your joke
That's true.
offends me, then however I react is on me and it's on you. It doesn't mean that I have the right to put my hands on you, but I do think from going forward, some folks may think again about cracking jokes on the bald head. I think some folks may also think maybe all jokes aren't funny when it's at the expense of someone else. And not only that, remember, Chris cracking that joke at Jada was on a national
That's why
televised
I was
event.
just gonna get to that. I was gonna say it would be different if they purchased tickets to a comedy show and sat front row. Normally, you can't be butt of a joke if you're getting up late, if you come in late, if you're loud. You could be the butt of a joke. So they didn't get what they were paying for. They was getting there to see a show. We'll get his award. We go home and do the thing. That didn't happen. Like they still probably did the thing. I hope so. For this, Jay to give me something. But that's just a joke. But the point is, I mean, you would think he. I hope he got something last night for whatever. He won Academy Award. Let's do that. He
You
won
hope
Academy Award last
you hope
night.
Will got some coochie for slapping
Yeah.
Chris Rock.
Hold on. Yes. Come on, now. I went up there and slapped this dude for you. I won the Academy Award. Jada was looking damn good. Don't get me wrong. That's all the mentions of a good night. But that's not why we're here to talk about that. We're here to talk to stay on topic. So
Yes.
to stay on topic. But my point is, I get it. Like we didn't come here for this, but also what the Oscars may change. They may change booking comedians. Like we got to remember that they didn't want Kevin Hart to host one year because of the homophobic joke. So they might get rid of comedians altogether and just focus on actors and actresses. Stick to the teleprompter. If you can't stick to the teleprompter, don't come up on my stage. I see that
But I
happening
think
in the future.
it's a way to tell jokes that you aren't doing it at a person who's sitting there at their expense. Even earlier in it, Amy Schumer was talking about. She said somebody gained weight. Who was it? It was an actor. I'm like, what if that lady don't? You know what I'm saying? It's comedians have to get. Sometimes your joke is offensive to someone, so
That's
I don't
true.
think they should cut out comedians. But I'm like, comedians should figure out, hey, let me not try to ridicule someone based on whatever they have going on. Jada's bald head should have been a joke for Chris Rock to crack, just simply based on the fact that she has been vocal about it. And again, I don't think it's far-fetched to say that Chris Rock maybe did not know, but again, I don't think that no one in his team knew. Now, my mom had posted that somebody who was on the broadcast said that on the rehearsal, Chris Rock did not do that joke, which means he probably threw that in there
On the cuff, right?
live. But it's like sometimes you can't do that. Because now you
Right.
crack the joke based on someone's medical condition. The same way how when Chadwick Boseman was seen out and he was looking really, really skinny, and people cracked jokes. The man was dying. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So you
And
have to
and
be
that's
careful
what
that.
I thought about. I thought about that too because before he passed, people were like, well, he lost a lot of weight, making speculation. Nobody knew he was sick. So me personally, from that, I mean, I never cracked a joke about that because I don't know, but to that point, we don't know who's going through what. Like I could tell you it's this, but it's really that because that's a private matter. So to that point. I mean, I don't want to tell a comedian to stop being a comedian, but what you just said earlier was like sometimes you gotta be mindful of who your audience is. So,
or even how someone may
we'll
take it, because if a white person is not going to tell a racist joke in front of all black people, but they might do it in front of all white people.
True that.
I think there are jokes that, because it's different, because it's going to be a different reaction.
Right.
Because when you have
right. Like to my point, my favorite comedian, not favorite comedian, but one of my favorite comedians is Gary Owen. White dude, black, just I love Gary Owen. But he's always careful to say,
white
hey,
people.
I'm cool with white people. I like.
See,
but look, you see how you trying to throw your jokes in there? I'm offended.
Okay.
I'm offended. I'm tearing this shit up. I'm offended.
I'll send you something later.
You see how shit fixed like that? Like we good now.
That's
all it takes is the conversation. That was my fucking point. It just takes the conversation. It's be like, you know what? I'm offended. You know what? I'm gonna do something to make sure you good. Cool, my nigga. And that's it. That's it.
So guess who's here now?
Who's here?
Mom.
Mom.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
I can't. Excuse me for cussing. I didn't know your mom was on the. My bad.
I've been cussing the whole time.
Listen, you guys are grown. You can cuss and say what you want. I understand there's always respect for me, so I appreciate that.
I feel like I'm gonna get a whooping now. I can't. It's cool. Hey, Mom.
No disrespect.
Okay.
He feel like Will was wrong, and Chris didn't expect it. I feel like what happens. You never know how somebody feel. What do you think?
I think that Chris Rock was making a joke, and Will walking up to slap him. The assault was a bit much. I understand again. Chris Rock was hosting, making his little jokey jokes. Ha ha ha. Will Smith felt whatever way he felt. And he has every right to do that, like any of us do when we have a joke made at our expense or our family's expense. But Will Smith should not have slapped the man. That was a little bit too far. Let's talk it out. I made a comment in the thing. We always talk about sticks and stones may break our bones, but words won't hurt us. We heard that as kids, and we know today words do hurt, but we still can't just resort to violence because someone says something that we don't like.
And I think that wasn't the first time that Will has probably heard something to that. So like, what made Chris be the person to say today is the day I'm gonna smack the hell out of this person? Like, I'm pretty sure this happened before.
Probably from Chris Rock's commentary or jokes, and I'm sure we could look it up and see what it was. I thought he was making jokes back with the last Oscars when they were trying to boycott it. So it's probably something more personal rooted in that, and all that may be well and good, but you can't resort to violence. You can't come up and put your hands on people.
Because I say if Chris Rock would have hit him back, Chris Rock would have been wrong. Now that's my opinion.
If Chris Rock would have hit him back, he would have been fair because you hit me, I hit you.
But no, we would have. No, the world would have looked at him this morning like he was wrong for this. He shouldn't have said that joke, and he hit him back. It's just like I think Chris Rock knew that, so he reacted kind of like, let me think about tomorrow, not today. So he just,
which Will Smith should have done. Will Smith was up for an Oscar. He got it. Congrats to him. We saw the movie. Think he did a great job in the movie. Come on, Will Smith, have a little bit more self-control. And I think that's what it boils down to more so than anything. We can be mad. We can be upset. We cannot like what somebody has said or done, but we are not allowed to just put our hands on another person that way. Now, if you are defending yourself, that's another thing, which Chris Rock had every right to do on that stage. But thank God he had enough sense not to, retaliate or react to Will slapping him in the face.
Right.
I'm slapping folks. I'm slapping.
You are not.
But see, I'm much more calmer now in my elder years than I used to be back in the day. But I just feel like sometimes we react in the moment, and then after the fact is when we say, well, dang, that was the wrong thing. I do think Will, in hindsight, now, like, I should have waited. I should have just said, let's talk back. I should have done something different. So I think that's probably his mindset now.
Oh, for
But
sure.
we're looking at it from the outside, looking in after the fact. I think Chris Rock not hitting back shows how much control he has, for one. I think he realized, oh, Will's pissed. I don't think he realized Will was pissed until the whole keep her name out your effing mouth came up. I think that's when Chris Rock said, oh, he mad. Let me just
No,
say,
he
okay.
knew Will was pissed when Will walked up on that stage towards him, because again, the keep my wife's name out your mouth was after the slap. So he knew he was pissed. I think when he saw him walking towards him, he was like, okay, what's this going to be? And I would assume he thought he was just going to come up and say something to him, not assault him. Crazy.
I just say I'm gonna protect. Even with you, I'm like, I will punch somebody in their throat about my mama. Will feel like he'll smack somebody in the face about his wife. So,
well, but he don't always smack somebody in the face. I mean,
no.
Again, I get it. He could have been fed up, and that's why he took it to that level yesterday, unfortunately. And I do agree with your comment. I'm sure now, in hindsight, he knows that his emotions got the best of him, and he reacted, and he shouldn't have reacted to that degree. I saw another clip, maybe where Diddy, and I didn't watch the awards, number one. I've only seen clips and stuff online. But I saw someone else saying, no, it was a clip with Diddy saying how Will and Chris, they were going to work it out at the gold party. So I'm assuming maybe Diddy had a party also. So maybe they have kind of worked it out. We saw the words that Chris supposedly isn't going to press charges. Thank God for that, because again, we don't need it to be some other, to continue to go on. I think, we just they gotta work it out. And
I'm sorry, I got kicked out. My bad.
Uh-oh. Hey, let me say this, and I see our moderators in there. Hey to the moderators, and like they're encouraging you guys, don't just watch this for free. Like the video, provide the support to JayLeesCorner. We appreciate the JayBirds and all the guests. So hurry up, hit that little thumbs up right quick if you watch it now and you haven't done it already. Appreciate y'all support. Thank you.
She been a live moderator. So if Will Smith, Chris Rock, and Jada go on Red Table Talk and Will fully apologizes, would people forgive him if he had that conversation?
I think he should. I mean, as as a man speaking from it, it's just, I mean, back in the day, we used to get in a fight and go sit down and have a drink afterwards. So I think if they first have a conversation in private first and be like, hey, this is what it was. And then once that's understood, then go and just finish the conversation. They don't even owe us a public whatever. Like, they can just go ahead and just handle it, but just handle it, because y'all both talented. I'm pretty sure y'all was friends at least. Maybe. I mean, I'm not sure what happened now, but I do remember that Chris Rock was on the episode of Fresh Prince back in the day. But I mean, y'all can handle that privately.
Yeah, I agree him. It should definitely be a private conversation. And I get it. Oh, he slapped him in public. It needs to be in public. Apparently, there are some underlying issues here. So they definitely need to have a conversation. And once they're able to work through that, then if there was a red table talk or something like that to get those views and ratings, then do that. But there definitely needs to be some conversation and some reconciliation.
So he was saying that he was so worried about Will and not checking on Chris. I feel like Chris wasn't like out in the open. I think Chris probably was like backstage somewhere, so we don't know what happened or who talked to Chris. I think we was able to see because Will Smith was still on the floor of the show. So I don't think no one checked on Chris Rock. I think just nobody was able to get that footage. And the footage that we seen of them talking was some person up in the stands who just zoomed in to what was going on. So I don't think anybody, just saw what was going on backstage. I do know that Diddy said that Chris and Will had some kind of conversation, how things are cool, but I still feel like everyone gonna think twice before they crack jokes. I think Will gonna have to all think about his reactions because you can't just haul off and hit somebody. Like again, I do not condone violence,
Do not condone the violence at all. Period.
even though
Will was
I'm able
wrong.
to, but I'm still right. Will was wrong. I feel like Will was wrong. I feel like Jaden was offended. I feel like Chris' joke hit the wrong nerve in someone, and then this happened. But it doesn't make what Will did right. But I can also say I understand it because everybody has reacted and done something in the moment and then regretted it after the fact because you didn't think, well, dang, you know, nah, this happened. Even his award can be taken back because of whatever stipulation in the academy's rules of the winners having to uphold whatever standard. But I'm like, them white folks be breaking laws and getting arrested and doing things or whatever, and we've never heard them speak of their award being taken back. So let Will keep his award,
Because that voting was done prior to all of this. So I'm pretty sure they would not take his award. And I know, saw the one comment about everybody being worried about Will and never checked on Chris. I'm sure folks checked on Chris, and just looking at the public reaction, Chris Rock definitely has the support, and people are calling Will out, saying how Will was wrong for that. I mean, you got so many different celebrities and media stars or whomever that are out there saying how Will was wrong. So Chris Rock 100% has the support of I think the majority of the people. I think in that moment people were checking on Will more for the whole, for the lack of a better word, the mental aspect of what had transpired.
Is you okay?
Right. So I think that's why, the folks were kind of reaching out to Will. And I can imagine Chris Rock was probably somewhat surprised by his reaction also. So it's like, come on now. And I get it. A public apology should definitely come, not negating that. But I think there are some other things going on. So there needs to be some one-on-one conversations amongst them first. But one more thing, and then I'm going to hush so him can say something. The joke itself, the joke was just, if I'm understanding, Chris Rock made the joke pretty much about, hey, Jada, looking forward to seeing you in G.I. Jane or something along those lines, correct? I mean, that was pretty much the extent of the joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is that really? And I get it. Listen, comedians make jokes about all type of crap, sicknesses, diseases, horrible things that happen in the world. Maybe he did know about her condition with the alopecia. Maybe he did. But based on what comedians do, was it really, oh my God, the worst thing in the world? Let me go slap the dog crap out of him for saying that. I'm just wondering, real talk.
I don't think anyone thought
it wasn't the worst thing because he had the whole August Alsina thing. People joked about that for a whole 6 months straight. And I'm pretty sure Will has been in the rooms where that joke, he probably heard somebody or seen somebody who made a joke and didn't react. Well, I don't know he reacted because I wasn't in the rooms. Right. But no, this is not the worst thing, but I really just wish he just would have just thought about it. But he didn't. And that's hindsight. That's yesterday. I just hope they can just fix it going forward.
Right. And I see someone made a comment that it hurt her, and I get it. And in real life, we all have been in places. Listen, we can be around Auntie Jemima, and Auntie Jemima call herself trying to make a joke about our appearance, our look, our size, whatever, and the family ha about it, and our feelings are hurt, but we ain't hauling off smacking her. We may want to, but we don't. And I'm not trying to justify Chris Rock making a joke, but it's just, I think in this day and age, we're all becoming more aware of our words and things that we have said. Oh, Jaylee, I got my phone turned the wrong way. I'm sorry. People have, we make comments and we say things, and we are now becoming more aware of our words and how we just people all over. We just need to be more conscious of the things that we say and be aware that they could be hurtful.
So y'all know they was both in the movie Madagascar. So they said, "How was Mario making fun of Gloria?" Y'all so dumb. The zebra and the hippo.
Hey, I forgot about that. Oh man, that should have been cool. I forgot about that. That changed my mind.
See, they got history, and
But
we got how many Madagascars?
But that may be why they felt like he knew about Jada's alopecia.
When was Madagascar made? Like, when was the last one made?
It's 2021. It's probably been a good. It's probably been a good 5 years. But this is my thing. Did you? I'm such your name. Did you see? Did you watch the? You watched the Will Smith speech, right?
I did.
Me? Yeah, I did.
So him said it was BS.
Yes.
But why did you think it was BS?
Because I think his PR person texted him. Cause he had an hour in between the time that happened and the acceptance speech. I think his PR person said, "Hey, just say this, and this, and then we'll work on it in the morning." I think if that didn't happen, like I don't think the protecting people part would have been part of his speech. I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. But I think because the incident happened, if you got a good PR team, they're gonna tell you what to say real quick. Memorize this in a minute. Go up there, he memorized it because he's an actor. So therefore, you send me something, let me because it was an hour in between. So yeah, he probably did memorize it, and he a rapper. Come on now, he got good memory, so he memorized it.
I don't know if he memorized.
You don't think any of that was authentic?
Nope.
I think some of it may have been something that were parts of his original acceptance speech. Probably, I think the part that was added in was I apologize to the Academy and to my fellow nominees. He didn't mention Chris. He didn't mention the people in the room, the people watching. You know, at least that amount of damage control probably came from his manager or whomever. And remember, who was it that was consulting or consoling him? Wasn't it like his PR?
Yeah, that was one of his PR people. Yep,
was there.
Was PR person.
So a person was there with him on the scene. So I'm not going to say his speech was BS or inauthentic. I think Will Smith, I think some of those tears that he was shedding was not only was a part of him knowing, dang, I kind of messed up. This persona that I have in the world is a little bit warped right now because of his own actions. So I'm not going to say the speech wasn't authentic, but I think he should have maybe acknowledged a little bit more sorrow for what he had done, not just to the Academy or the other nominees, because we all watched that around the world.
But so when I watched it, I thought it was a heartfelt speech. I felt like he was thinking of what to say. So I don't think it was like a stage or whatever. I think he was being careful with his words because he probably did not know, one, how the media was spinning, two, what clip will be used the following day, or if Chris maybe wanted to press charges and he didn't want to have this also in court. So I do think his point was, because when he said that Denzel said to him, "At your greatest moment, the devil gonna come for you," and as we see, a great moment. And again, you know, because you said to me before too, like, girl, just calm down, like don't let the devil do it. And I'm like, all right, but I'm calm down. So we do know that sometimes that's why I say people have these reactions. So I felt like him saying, I feel like I'm being called to do this, that, or the other. And his tears was like, I'm supposed to be called to do these things, and I did something different. So right. That's also
he got knocked off his square. He got knocked off his square.
And I felt like his speech was all of that combined. And I would have preferred that he did not say something to Chris Rock right after the fact, because some people feel like if you haven't had time to realize what you did was wrong, is your apology really real? Because you haven't even thought about the whole situation.
And I don't know if it was an hour in between it, because I thought, again, I have no idea the time, but
he made that up.
Huh?
He made that up. It wasn't no hour.
Yeah, I didn't watch
okay.
it. You know,
not long after.
It was 3 hours. It was 3 hours after the fact. But I'm just making it up.
Exaggerate. But it was enough time if he wanted to.
Y'all convinced me. Okay, it might have been heartfelt. Might have been.
So I won again.
No,
That's all that
it
matters.
might be.
Woo! Jaylee won. That's it. The end. Jaylee won.
We have points around here, but I know you in the car busy doing stuff, so you can go and do stuff, and I'm gonna
I'm
text you later.
dodging potholes like Pac-Man. That's what I'm doing.
Well, don't mess up again. You got to call the people.
Nah, I'm good. But yeah, y'all have a blessed one. Good to talk to you.
You too.
Just text me later, and I'm out of here, I guess.
All right, I got my
Peace
points.
out.
You
That
got
mean
your
you
points.
hanging up on me too? Oops.
Congratulations.
Shut up. I'm hanging up on you. Bye. No more. We can do the fashion stuff.
Oh yeah, that stuff was looking good. And as we prepare to look for the fashion stuff, like the video, people, leave a comment, engage in the conversation.
To break it up. Hold on, y'all. Because liking is the thing to do.
Liking is the thing to do. Liking y'all see where
this is where I get my extraness from. I get my extras from my mama. Y'all think it be me, really be her.
It's all good.
So I want to quick, because some folks wanted the fashion stuff. So I put fashion stuff at the end so that whoever wants to see it can see it and whatnot. And I only have fashion from the actual Oscars. I did not pull any looks from the Vanity Fair after party. I may post a separate video of that, a quick thing of me just talking about it or whatever, but we shall see. But let's get into the looks of it all for those of you that are here for that and stuff. But y'all know I like fashion. And my mama do too.
Yeah,
so the first thing I have, this is Regina Hall, Meg Thee Stallion, and also Zendaya. I like all three outfits, even though they all look different. They all give me different feel. Zendaya with her two-piece with the long skirts and the short crop top and her hair pulled back. Meg is giving me like an organza flower dress, but I still like the color. And then Regina, even though I feel like I've seen this dress somewhere else, I still love it on her. And her hair and makeup was great as well. So, Ma, what do you think?
I think all three looks are fantastic. Is Regina Hall kind of mermaidy slash what's the little stuff the Roman people be wearing, like a goddess like? So she looks
like
great.
The robes and stuff like that.
Yeah, but just the whole drapery of it all.
Toga stuff.
Yeah, so everyone looks good. Meg in that blue, the color looks great on her. That dress is beautiful, and of course, Zendaya can never do no wrong. I heard some folks saying that her stuff was maybe a throwback to something Sharon Stone may have worn before, but whatever, she looks great.
Oh, I did. Oh, that a couple years ago, but that's fine. The next looks I have is Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh, when I do these, so this is my rule when I do fashion stuff. I have to know your name to put your picture up so that when I'm saying I can say you weird, and I hate when I forget somebody's name.
Kristen something, isn't it?
Kristen Stewart. Stewart, Amy Schumer, and also Reba McEntire. Now, I think Reba looked like she's had really good work done on her face, but she also still looks natural in her face. So I like her dress. I like the little emerald green of it all. I felt like Amy Schumer looked like a weird nun with a bow around her boobs, but I still like the outfit, but it's like a weird new nun look. While I like Kristen Stewart's outfit, she was nominated for either Best Actress or Best something. I don't like it for this award show. I think it looks it looked like she should be at the MTV Awards, but I like the outfit. It's not for this award show. I like her shoes. I like the little wet hair or whatever. Jamie Lee Curtis also looks like a nun, but I mean, it's a fancy, sparkly nun. But what do you think?
Yeah, Jamie Lee, it's a cute enough dress, I guess. Kind of, mother of the bride-ish, but it's pretty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kristen does look like she should be maybe somewhere different. I mean, the fit of everything, I guess, is okay, but I don't know if it's necessary. The best look. The little bow tie wrapped in a present dress, I guess it's cute, but I really do love Reba's the best, I think.
You do. It looks like it's supposed to be at the Grammys. The next one I have is a couple of couples. We have Denzel. Oh, what's his wife's name? Lord Jesus.
Oh,
I can't. I want. Somebody go put it in
listen.
the comment section. Sam
That
Jackson and his wife, Latanya. It's horrible. I don't know these wives' names. But the crazy part is, I know Kirsten Dunst and Maggie Gyllenhaal. I have no idea who their husbands are, but I usually know Denzel and Sam Jackson's wife thing, but it's just slipping my head right now. Pauletta. That's it. Pauletta.
yeah.
So yeah, Denzel and Pauletta, Sam and his wife, I think it's pronounced Latanya. Then Kirsten Dunst and then Maggie Gyllenhaal. I think all the men in their suits look fine.
Do you? I think Denzel almost. Listen. I love Denzel.
His
Denzel
suit
can
don't
do no
fit.
wrong, but maybe it's just this stance. This stance of him almost looks a teeny bit frumpy, and maybe it's just me, the way I see it on the camera. But his wife is definitely gorgeous.
Somebody said, not the green curtain is a no. I don't like Sam Jackson's wife dress for me, but I like the dress for her. I think we have to remember these are older folks, like they in their 70s or whatever. So once you are older, you just dress differently. Like this is what my grandparents
You
would
in the
wear.
church ball gown, which is
Yeah,
again based on the age. They in that church
right.
ball
That's
gown.
what she do. Yeah, they say Denzel looks untailored. I think Denzel is at it because Denzel is in his 70s as well. I think Denzel.
70s. I don't think
Yeah.
he's that old.
I do. You gonna Google it, ain't you?
I sure
I
am.
feel. I knew you was. I feel like Denzel is at a point in life where we feel like I don't have to be out here dressed up in suits. You know, I'm Denzel. Leave me alone. Cause I know he has
67. He's 67.
Oh, okay.
So okay.
He feel like I don't have to be dressed up. Leave me alone. But I do also like his wife's outfit. I like her. I love her hair too. I like Sam Jackson's suit.
Yeah.
And I think that looks real chic. Kirsten Dunst in the red roughly dress. I like her dress a lot, even though it looks primey, but it still fits for this award show.
Yes, I love her dress too.
Maggie Gyllenhaal looked like a fancy pepper shaker.
Like what are those things in the middle?
Golden nuggets. I made it up. I don't know what it is. But it's it's golden nuggets. So I think it's it's real right. Or they say Sam Jackson's wife looked like Dream Girls.
See, she was coming with it, okay? Listen, Samuel Jackson is 73. I had no idea they were those ages. I'm thinking they're still like in their 50s, but I have to remember that like I'm in my 50s now.
Right, they're older than you.
They're older. But yeah, I agree.
I have some men around here. So we have Wesley Snipes, Jason Momoa, DJ
Nice.
I forgot that quick. DJ D Nice, Bradley Cooper, and Javier. I can't pronounce his last name, but Wesley Snipes. I was like, he's older as well. I think I'm so used to Wesley Snipes being thicker and buffer. It's just different seeing him thinner. So, I also feel like his outfit is different. It's not bad.
Me and Wesley Snipes are the same age. So I'll be his age. He's 59. He look like it should be a bagpipe thing almost. He just doesn't have the kilt, right?
Yeah, so it's just, they say he's like an alien. No,
alien. It's different. It's different.
I like Jason. Well, Jason Momoa was that's Lisa Bonet's husband. Also, he's Aquaman, and
they got back together, right?
Yeah. So supposedly they're back together, and I hope she dressed him. He looks really. Jason and DJ D Nice looks very tailored with their suits. So and DJ Nice is always wearing his brim hats.
Yeah, D Nice. He looks real good too. I think they all look good. Wesley. I think Wesley's outfit is a thing that like has to grow on you a little bit.
They say he likes the action figure
of some sort. So the big long thing hanging, I'm like, is that a tie or is that just the front of the pants?
I feel like it's like a napkin.
Okay, because at first I'm like, whoa, he got a big long tie. And so then when I looked at him, I'm like, oh no, that's not like a tie. And he has on tights probably.
It's just different. I'm gonna leave that man alone. Bradley Cooper and Javier look like regular white men who need to shave. And that's all I have for them.
Yeah.
The next set of ladies we have Tracy Ellis Ross, Rosie Perez, Halle Bailey, and then also Lupita.
Come through, Lupita.
I love all their looks and all their hair. Even though Tracy, the boo part is like weird.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's covering the nipple part. I wish she would have had like a strap.
That's a Lil' Kim moment. Didn't Lil' Kim have on something like that? It wasn't that Tracy Ellis. Oh no, that was her mama, Diana Ross, that tipped her little.
But just because Lil' Kim had her whole boob out.
Well, Tracy not too far off, Mama Diana. Okay.
I don't, it probably was like a little tape or whatever. I love Rosie Perez's look because she's older too, and I don't think she looks as old as she is. So I know that's like good, right. So that's a thing for me. I love Haley's outfit and how her shoes match her dress, with that being just different colors. And Lupita, looks amazingly glowing in this gold number, her skin, her red stuff.
Yeah, she looks great. I wonder, looking at these pictures, I would like to see Rosie next to Regina Hall. Their dresses with the little drapery.
I think I have Regina up here somewhere. We'll have to get to her. Let's see. Next up, I have Serena. Uma Thurman. That is, what's the girl name? Billie Eilish, and then Jennifer Garner. I have to think of her name.
Jennifer Garner. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like the gloves from Serena. I like the dress. And I get the dress. I just wish she didn't have gloves on. I also wish her dress did not have sleeves. If the dress did not have those sleeves and she had the gloves on, I would love it. But I don't love the outfit with the sleeves and with the gloves. And then Uma Thurman is simple and basic, but still cute, but still simple and basic. I think she was going off to look like the black and white outfit she had on in Pulp Fiction, since it was about the whatever year anniversary of that movie. I don't like Billie Eilish's ruffled mess of stuff. And I like Jennifer Garner's simple outfit too.
Yeah. I don't think I like the dress on Serena so much really for this. I mean, no, I don't know. I don't really like that dress. Who's that? Uma, the second person, is that a skirt or something? It's got pockets, right? So I love pockets. So yeah, that's good. The ruffled dress, not necessarily right for maybe the Oscars, but I could, maybe get into it for something else. And Jennifer Garner, she looks great. Almost like a pencil, just really straight up and down though. But it's pretty on her.
Simple white woman. Next up we have Laverne Cox, Chloe Bailey, and then also Penelope Cruz. Laverne Cox and that shawl thing, it looked like a parachute came out. But I think once she took it off, the simple dress looked better without it. But I guess she wanted some extras of it all. Chloe Bailey in the middle, I don't like her shoes for some reason. The platform shoes, I don't really like those or whatever. I like her dress, and her hair is very extra. She looks like, Showtime at the Apollo person.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. But I still like it, but I just think it's Showtime at the Apollo-ish, Kiki Shepard-ish. And I love Penelope Cruz's dress because of pockets.
Penelope definitely looks fantastic. I love that dress. Chloe, that's Chloe, right? Not Haley. That's Chloe. Yeah, It's a cute dress all in all. And Laverne Cox, yeah, I guess it's good. But again, just the extraness of it's like a cape. I wonder if it's a cape.
Yeah, because at one point they showed the cape she took, like it comes off.
Okay, because I see her arm is through it. I guess she was ready for it. Maybe something more for a Met Gala.
Not gonna say I wonder if Laverne got flashbacks when Will slapped Chris, wondering that could have been me.
Listen, did she ever apologize to them for her comment?
She did a video and said she would only apologize if they asked her for it personally, because she only cared if they was offended.
Oh, they
But
weren't
you know,
gonna
because
ask her.
sometimes, you know,
They
you
was
be
gonna
offending
ask her
people.
for it.
I agree that Penelope is my favorite. Absolutely. I think this dress looks really, really cute.
Mhm.
It do look like Chloe's legs or her feet are swollen. But it could just be, you know, them
The
shoes be tight around the feet.
yeah.
And if you walking around it, your feet will get swollen fast. So you have to bring flats with you
Right.
with these kind of events.
For sure.
We now have Queen Latifah,
Uh-huh.
Jill Scott, and Niecy Nash.
Hey now. They all look great to me. They all look fantastic.
I want Jill to take the sleeves off.
Oh,
I'm not a fan of like,
the
I
dramatic.
know, like I like it and I get it, but I feel like if she did not have the sleeves, or even if the sleeves were not as loose, you know, flowing, it may have looked different. But I don't dislike it. I just want to see it without it. And Queen Latifah had like a long train. I had to cut off, it was so long. But I love the color. And then I did not like Niecy Nash's the ruffly part up top. I think it was like one too many ruffles, but I like the whole look of it all. But I don't know. I just didn't like the double or triple ruffle around the bosom.
Okay.
But people saying they like, you know, all the looks are great. Yes, all three. Jill Scott looks like a lamp. Not like a lamp. We like lamps. You know, we like lamps light up stuff.
And baby, the sleeve lampshade-ish.
I love that. Yeah, the yellow is really, really
that
pretty.
yellow is beautiful on her.
Color looks great on our skin tones.
Mm-hmm.
We have Maya Rudolph.
Okay, Maya.
Is that Katie Holmes? Not Katie Holmes.
Uh-uh.
Mila Kunis, Ava DuVernay, and then Zoe Kravitz.
Come on, Ava.
Ava looks really. I love the dramatic shoulders, and also her little handbag is cute to me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it fits her really, really well. I like Maya's outfit. However, it's very 70s. You know, 3 Men. What's the show called? Three's Company. The Mrs. Roper.
Oh, Mrs. Roper.
Yeah, she Mrs. Roper, or like she may be doing that.
That
It's
looks
still
like
cute
a fun
though.
dress. Yeah, it looks like it's fun, so it is cute though.
They say Mila won. I like Mila's dress.
Yeah, Mila is pretty too. Mm-hmm.
It's really, really cute. I also like Zoe's, but Zoe looked like you said when you said Jennifer Garner was like up and down.
Right.
That's how Zoe's dress looks. It's like a pencil. This is, you know, I sometimes wish they would give, you know, some bend to their outfits, but they sometimes they don't.
But Ava looks good too now.
Yeah, I think Ava would be it would go Ava, Mila, Maya, and then Zoe.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
We now have we have Venus Williams and then also Jada. Jada wins it for me. Her train was longer. It was too long. Was longer, but the fact that she's so tiny, but the dress doesn't look like it's swallowing her, I don't like Venus's dress. Something the boob, the shape of that in the front. I don't know.
Got a whole horseshoe going on up there.
Yeah, it's a horse. You can't have horseshoes with your boobs. Hers asymmetrical dress is. I like her shoes better than anything else. The dress looks too simple.
And then the purse. What color is the purse? I mean, I'm sure it's $1 million purse, but maybe it matches the shoes more, huh?
They don't match the dress. That's the weird part.
Yeah,
I think Jada means it for me.
Jada looks fantastic as she normally does. That green is beautiful on her. The shoe, the dress, the ruffle, the what they call it, runching or whatever it is.
Oh, the ruching.
Yes, of the top, yeah, and on the sleeves, yeah, that's beautiful.
Next up, I don't have like 2 or 3 more. The man we have Daniel. I can't pronounce his last name in my head. Jake Gyllenhaal, Jay Ellis, and then Will Smith. I think they all look good.
I agree. They do. They all look good. They do. All their suits look great.
I don't know why I can't think of that man's last name because he was in Get Out.
Right.
He was also in Slim.
Don't it start with the O?
No, I mean it was with a K. Somebody may put it in the comment section, but I can't remember what the last name What his last name is. We know who he is.
Right.
Jay
A part
Ellis
of
in the
all the
all white.
British brothers, right? A part of all, not British brothers
Yeah,
by blood, but the
they're
whole
like the
little group of
UK.
the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Kaluuya. Thank
Ah,
you.
okay. Oh,
I
okay.
knew somebody would get it. Kaluuya. Yeah, I think they all, to say the first guy needs some tailoring.
If we threw
I
anybody
like it.
out, I think if we threw anybody out, it would be Bradley, just because when you look at the pants around his
That's not
shoes.
Bradley. That's
Jake Gyllenhaal, the
yeah,
Gyllenhaal
yeah.
man.
He
His
do look like
pants,
Bradley Cooper though.
right. Looking at the pants fit and then no tie. So if we had to throw anybody out of the bunch, he would have to go.
They gonna say Will look like an Undertaker.
Oh,
It's terrible. I like Jay Ellis's outfit too. I think it's different. The all white with the black shoes and the black, the black shirt. But I like Daniel's look the best because it looks so different.
yeah.
That's just me. I also have Ingenue Ellis, who was in the King Richard movie, Nicole Kidman, and also Tiffany Haddish.
Okay, Tiffany.
Tiffany outfit looks amazing. I think Tiffany and Ingenue's outfit looks the most amazingly different, but great. Like how Tiffany's is more simple but still elegant and cute. But I think hers having the whole big train, not the big train, but the bigness of her dress is what I like about it. And the color, the fiery, to me that's a fire engine red, orange.
More orangey coral, more
But I think it's the color, because it's like fire is more orangey than red.
True.
That's what I like about it. Nicole Kidman,
it's okay.
It's like a wrinkled mushroom.
Yeah, at least she got something going on and it's not straight up and down. So she got that poofy in the middle and the train hanging in the back.
It's just weird. It's like a mushroom.
Yeah.
With a tail. Lastly, we have Wanda Sykes. Well, what's the girl name? Is it somebody Hudgens? I can't think what her name is right now. Yes, I'm trying to put people I know. And then we have why can't I think her name?
Yeah. Lena Waithe.
Lena Waithe, yes. And then also, is it Jessica Chastain? I think it's her name.
And they said the other person is Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens. I feel like these were for, I think Wanda suit is tailored nicely, but I still feel like
the wide leg on her suit though. Maybe it's just the way she's standing. I don't like, that.
I wish she was a bit less bell-bottomy loose with her pants.
Yeah.
Like I know she don't want nothing fitting on her, but I think it could have been a bit looser. Right. Vanessa outfit to me is too simple, but I'm like, maybe she wanted to blend in. And then Lena Waithe, dresses.
Her suit looks nice.
Right. It's like I don't think it's anything, and then the last one, it looked like a weird prom dress.
It's enough, but then the bottom is that whole little 70s ruffles at the bottom, like Maya had on her whole outfit.
Yeah, so I don't dislike it. I do wonder if it has pockets. I think all dresses should have pockets. Let's say Wanda looks uncomfortable. I don't think Wanda likes being, red carpety events or whatever. She's a comedian. She does some acting too. But they say that mama. Yeah, it's both of us.
It is. It's me. And you know what? Vanessa Hudgens, she doesn't look bad. I would like to
No, she doesn't.
But yeah, she looks good too. I would like to see the back of that dress.
However, I'll show y'all.
Oh, look. I tried to switch it around.
Because you were looking at the pictures.
Right. Mm-hmm. Trying to see.
They be liking to see you. So I was like, let me.
Hey, JayBirds. Did y'all like the video yet? If y'all didn't, go ahead and like the video. We appreciate the free support.
If y'all don't know, my mama love moderating. I always say, like, Ma, you don't have to moderate.
I do love it.
I be up late or up early doing stuff. It's like, I'm like, okay, but you don't have to. But she like to do it.
If I'm available and woke, I'm gonna do it.
She gonna do it. And that's what she does. But thank y'all for coming through for this little chat about the Oscars. I did not want it to be too long. I will be live tonight at 8:05 to discuss Bad Boys Los Angeles. I just watched it right before this. It is Foolishness going on, but please come back around at 8:05 p.m. to have that whole discussion. and stuff.
All
And
right.
I don't think I'm doing any of a video in between. I think I'm gonna lay in the bed 'cause I'm still tired.
Oh yeah, get your
I
little
was up.
rest. That's all good. That's all good. Hey everybody, appreciate the haze. Listen,
They say,
y'all.
hey to mama.
I know. Listen, y'all. I know y'all love Jaylee's Corner, Jaylee's Corner Talk. Y'all know to follow her on all the social media platforms, IG, Facebook, Twitter, even TikTok. She really haven't done a lot on TikTok, but she's out there.
I gotta figure out TikTok. I don't really know how to work it that way, but I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. And hey, listen, y'all, be kind to one another. Lift folks up in prayer, you know. Look out
Or
for
you would
folks.
get punched in the. I'm just playing. I'm not
No,
gonna
don't just be running up on folks, slapping them, y'all. Don't just be doing this. Let's try to have a little bit better control.
If you do, you have to be prepared for the consequences. That's just what it is. You can't just do things and think. Because I know folks were saying how Will walked up there and he knew when nothing happened, and I'm like, I feel like he didn't care at that point because he was mad.
He really did not. I mean, listen, the man was at the Oscars, so he was nominated. He did not care. He did not care.
When he was full,
and I think he probably had to. And I think that's why, the elders were talking to him after the fact to kind of bring him back to reality and remember everything that was at stake. And don't be allowing the devil to knock you off your square. You got to do the right thing at all times. And I know it begins difficult. And you know what? Some people be trying to say, oh, you done came to a thing and showed your whole butt and all that and making it a black or white or any of that. Color to me in this instance really doesn't matter at all. He just did the wrong thing at the wrong place. Wrong period for hitting him, but definitely the wrong place at the Oscars. Talk to the man. Let's be a little bit more civilized.
My thing is, if I say what you say, that's your warning, and then after that, whatever happens, happens.
Right.
If I said to you what you say and you repeat it, then we had to fight. I'm just playing. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here so I can go lay down, and Mop can go lay down and chill out too, because it's an easy breezy Monday. But other than that, y'all,
continue to have a great afternoon and come back at 8:05 ish for more of the foolishness with his. What's the name of it? Bad Boy Club or something? What's the name of the show?
Bad Boys Los Angeles.
Bad Boys Los Angeles. Lord Jesus. All right, y'all. See y'all later.
We gotta go. Peace.
We gotta go.